Hello guys, Nightspectre here, again with Home, part 2. I think it's a short game because I couldn't turn it off, because it would have deleted all my progress apparently, so I think it's the point that you play the game from beginning to finish, and then end it, and then try again, trying to do things differently, and so on, which is rather interesting really. Let's go and have a look. It's a tree. I was almost scared that it wasn't a thing. Now, I'm walking really slow. Was that always the case? I don't remember anymore. I can look up. Yeah, I think it's about that. This is a long walk, and that terrifies me. A door. A very slow opening door. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist for all of those years. The plant had closed. Almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. This game is slower, isn't it? Wait a minute guys, I'm gonna check it out. So yeah, it was going slower. Unless it was the point of the game, but there's a hole. I'm going through the hole. Ah! Why was I frightened? Well, another corpse. I found the body of a security guard. Just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered with blood from some kind of head wound. Oh. I wonder, was this flashlight his? I killed it. I totally killed him. There's no possible way. Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet, now this. Did I retrieve my watch? Well, if it's yours, then surely. The watch was useless, but I put it in my wrist, on my wrist anyway. Yay. So when the cops find me, they'll find my fingerprints, and they'll know I did it. Oh. Just trying to mess with your brain. One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around, like someone had been looking for something. And you don't want to take those contents? The door was locked shut. A sign was pasted to the front that said, "Danger, closed for repairs." Didn't think it could be opened. And what's this? There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off the other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. I will follow this wire. Ah, damn. Seems to be connected to the power box. I know, that's why I wanted to go there. Stating the obvious. Then where? Oh yeah, stairs. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. Really? Is that a word? Well, I don't know. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. I should do a Stephen Fry voice, or... what's this? The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was Norman. Was to Norman. It wasn't Norman who wrote them, it was to Norman that it was written. Who was one of the older guys on the line. How do I know all this stuff? I thought I forgot everything. Apparently I didn't. Well, that's what killers do. Oh, I can turn this on? A power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? I don't remember, did I? I think I did. Will I push it some more? The power panel still wasn't working. Should I switch it again? Yes! God damn it, you retard! The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out, and the face was unrecognizable. Well, guess someone killed her. Ah, another switch. Yes. I remember pushing it even more. Oh, it works? Ah. It was shut tight. There was a rusty looking card slot on the inside. Or on the side. Probably the side. I read too fast. When you're scared, do the dance. Even though I'm not so scared now. The table. Our old break table. The layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. Ah, he loved working there. Another locked door. The door had been hastily boarded up. I think there's gonna be more power switch up ahead. What is that thing? What is this? A big sugar cube mountain? And what's in here? Ah, Norman's locker. The door was dented, like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked here. I think you did it, sir. I think he was going out with your Rachel and then you killed her. Yes, I'll push the switch. And it has activated. One more switch should do the job. Books. Oh no, it's a utility shelf, crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf, and I took it. As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. It wasn't as rusty. Tum tum tum. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum dum. Why do I pick up all these weapons? I don't even come across enemies. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, or was a magnetic card? Yes, I took it. I needed it. Slipped the key card to my pocket. Another panel that I hoped could help me get the power back on. Did I push the switch? I did. And guess what? I'll push it again. 'Cause that's how I roll. Wait, what? Ah, double switch. That explains. Alright, then. Another panel that I hope could help me. Yes. Hey, how did I do that? Ah, yes. Yeah, he's activated. Now it's your turn. Alright. I think I turned all the power switches on. Boo. Creepy sound. Doesn't matter. Now that I think I'm the killer, I'm not scared because I'm the killer. What could happen to me? I'm the bad guy. If I'm wrong, then I will be so terrified when the killer will arrive. I'll probably shit my pants. And I have a key card. With the power box working again, the door was unlocked. Did I go through? Wait, what? Didn't I need? Wait, no. No. Now that I'm not scared anymore, I might go exploring. I might. Yeah, funny, I don't care anymore. I am the evil. I am darkness itself. Why would I fear someone else? The key card I found seemed like it would pass through this reader. Did I use the key card? I most certainly did. Alright. What's this? What's this? What's this? There was some kind of ventilation hatch here. It looked like I could jump to the room below. Then I didn't need to turn on the power? No! There is another way. I'm not retarded enough to do that. Or am I? No, I'm not. Why did I even bother getting the key card? Well, if the puzzle was too hard, you could do the key card. I know it rhymes, but still doesn't make sense. Why would that be harder than finding a key card? Oh well. Hello. Hello, bulletin board. Hello, power supply. So, is there a ventilation shaft up in here? What's this? A rack of flashlights hung on the wall. One of them was missing. It's in my hand. Though, can't I take more? Well, apparently, flashlights aren't a problem then. The smell of dirt and trees washed over me as I escaped the old factory. I thought of the guard I had found, spine against the fence. How do you pronounce that? Put it in the comments below, please. Not that you would. He looked like he had been dealt a serious blow and hadn't a clue what was coming. But why? Why kill a god? Why would you kill a god? Because he gods. I had to keep going to find Rachel. I hoped the dirt trail in front of me would lead me closer to town, and I thought to help. Back in the woods? Fine, why not? It's a car. A rusty old truck. It careened off the road and into the guardrail. Its front was crushed, and its windows had all smashed. Judging by the rust, it had been there a while. How long did I pass out? B2? Oh, on my footside here, I thought there was someone behind me. But it's not the case. Ah, another fence. Fine. Yeah. I hate that sound the fence makes when you walk through it. Can't you be a little more careful? And why are there so many doors in a park? On my foots, I thought I heard something. Must use the hulululu. The garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotten food in slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looks damaged. Did I take it back? Yes. Yeah, I did. I cleaned the card off as best as I could. It looked pretty beat up. I was amazed to have found my credit card, and now this? I tucked the card into my wallet next to my credit card, so that explains why he wasn't bitching about not finding his driver's license. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. I'll better go inside. I don't want to get wet. I had entered Norman's place just like that. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet, except for the faint sound of a television. So either Norman is the killer or I am the killer. Norman sounds like a douche, so I think I would be the killer. Sorry if your name is Norman. It's just a normal sounding voice. Oh yeah, I was gonna read. The entrance to the front of the store was locked from the inside. Looked like I couldn't just pop it open. I needed a key. There was a bit of blood on the keyhole. Yeah, I hope Norman is dead on the other side of that door, or else I will die. And I heard blood. This is getting creepy. What's this? What was this? It looked like a pull chain hanging from the ceiling. I wondered where it led. I pulled the chain, yeah, sure. I gave this chain a single torque, and a simple folding ladder to the attic opened it down. And I used the ladder to check the attic, because probably there's a secret in here. Man, what a weird little attic. It's a box. There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. Did I open it? Probably. The musty box was crammed with clothes, photos, and even shoes. They were women's clothes. Norman took my wife, and I killed him. Wait, that's all? Why did I even bother? Television! The TV is still flickered, some indescribable channel. Oh, is that Norman? Jesus, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my co-worker, and one of my few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been stabbed or something trying to get up. His eyes were still wide with shock. Norman, you bastard! What were you doing here with Rachel? Did she do this to you, or did you hurt her? Norman, maybe you deserve better. Maybe not. Did I close his eyes? Of course I did. I gently pushed his eyelids down. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace, or I just couldn't stand to look at him anymore. Yeah, I'm definitely the murderer now. If Norman is still is dead, he was the only suspect in my book. Wait, a table for two. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups that still were in the wood. Well, Rachel won't be the killer. I found a book where her name was in, so the killer probably scratched her name in order to kill her. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? I most certainly did. I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food, the trash, and pocketed it. So I found Rachel's hairpin in a trash bag? That doesn't make sense. She wants to hide her presence or something? Well, then she would be the killer. Ah, wait, with the hairpin, I might be able to open the door. Well, I could go the other way first. It's a coat. God, not something else. One of Rachel's old fall coats hung on a simple rack. That was Norman's bedroom, wasn't it? What was this girl doing in there? There, we're here. My stomach tightened, and I was feeling sick with anger and confusion. I had to find Norman to sort this mess out. Well, I first went to Norman. What's this? There was a well-maintained gun cabinet here in Norman's room. I didn't know much about guns, but it looked like kept a few hunting rifles. I thought I was being retarded, but it's not. Well, it's probably some Swedish dude who made this game. Sorry if you're not Swedish, dude. And maybe even a few pieces he shouldn't have. One of the guns was missing. Oh, bugger. Well, wasn't that the gun that I found? Well, I didn't find it, but apparently there was a gun on the floor. And I hope that I was the one who took that gun and put it there where I was found. So I threw it away. Not the hairpin. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. Ooh, that bitch. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. Aw, man, I wanted some money. What's this? The ice box seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. Only half? Well, yeah, you can't underestimate. What's this? There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. Traps? Oh well. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. How long did I pass out? Am I a vampire? The fresh air was a welcome change. I almost didn't even mind the rain. I couldn't understand what that box of dusty clothes was doing in Norman's attic. What had happened to him? To think that I hadn't even looked. Was that because I was afraid? Or maybe I didn't care. What? But I did look. He was dead. It was locked. This wasn't the right gate, apparently. The gate was locked tight. This wasn't my house. Apparently. This is. Even though I don't have any keys, the fact that it isn't locked means that this is my house. Oh. Or apparently not. The gate was locked tight. This wasn't my house. The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out, as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Yes. The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. The letter read, Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him, Norman, so don't you think you can hold that against me. I'm going to tell him and get past this. Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. Bye! Okay, thanks, bye. I had the wrong gate. This was locked. The wrong gate. So yeah, I definitely killed him. If they get a twist in the end, then fine, but come on, this is getting predictable. Let's hope I'm wrong. Let's hope I'm wrong. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. Yeah, that's how you read the mood. Wait, there's blood on the fence. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. Will she be dead? I think she will. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and straight. Well, the other sound is of course the music. I flickered the light switch. By the door, the power was off. How good! The table was clean. It hadn't been used any time recently. But no water stains. A door. The door to the basement. It was locked. Where had I put the damned key? If she's hiding in the basement, then that will be... what's this? There was a small pile of mail on the floor, in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Because she's dead? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? Yes, it's my mail. That I can open. The other thing, that was illegal. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about cancelling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? What gives? The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Rachel? Mario? 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 What's this? Finally! I had found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? Sure. I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like it had got a part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Why do you think? Are you really that retarded? A television. Our television, which is a better television than Norman, by the way, because it's a flat screen. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. Oh, you lost your job? Well, that's the first time I hear about that. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then it was too late. Too late for what? Well, there's still an up, there's a down, and there's a room. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Well, you can open old-fashioned keyholes with anything. Someone broke the glass mirror. Our hallway mirror has been smashed. Its pieces scattered over the floor. Well, something happened here. I just know it. Ah, a computer. My laptop had been left on, filled with millions of porn sites, and only had a tiny bit of power left, because I've been watching millions of porn. On the screen was a website about the old water tower, where they filmed the porn movie. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? Yes. I pocketed the key. Why do you have a key in the desk where your laptop is? Well, doesn't matter. So, did I went everywhere? No, you didn't went here. Hello? What's this? The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I look more closely, it looked like that man in the house had some of the same books as I did. Was this the house? That would be creepy if it's the same house. My wife's. Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. Did I open it? Probably her clothes. Rachel's suitcase contained clothes, toiletries, and a train ticket. Is that what you were going to do with Norman? Did you? I will cast my voodoo spell on you. Well, she probably is already dead, but hey. Well, I haven't been in this door yet. Oh, it's the bathroom. And a bath and a toilet. What's in the bath? We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. Lovely. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't got around to fixing it yet. Well, maybe if you weren't such a worthless handyman, your wife wouldn't have gotten off with Norman, now would she? Hey, dude. That hurts. Oh, I was gonna say the sound has changed. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle, and I can't open it with the key I found. But guess what? I unlocked the basement door. Did I put her in the basement? This is gonna be scary. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. Yeah, red paint, right? There was a dirty old key there. Did I took it? Yes. I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. I already know, thank you. Carton box? There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. Lovely. Oh, what's this? I had put this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. Well, I have a wooden plank. Wait, what's in here? There were old Christmas decorations in the box. That's not heavy enough. So, going up. I can feel this game is ending. The grimy key I had found in the basement unlocked the door. Here we go. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did something break in here? Well, I can see blood. What's this? There was an old crowbar. Oh yes, I need to take the crowbar, because else I can't open. There's a lot of backtracking in the end of the game. A pity. The only reason I had to go in this room was to get the crowbar. Oh well. Going down. Going in. Breaking the crap out of that frickin' thing. Crowbar time. Urgh. The crowbar I found would have been strong enough to burst through that cheap wall. Did I break through the wall with the crowbar? Yes, I did. With a heave! I swung the crowbar at the wall. You just swung it? I smashed a hole large enough to step through. You couldn't have just used a crowbar like a crowbar. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down here? Was she okay? Rachel, don't. Rachel? Mario! See, it's exactly the same building. Don't look. Well, I'm gonna look. A filthy looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile, to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. I had come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find Rachel? Yes. Don't scare me, game. Don't. Oh no. My hands trembled as I pulled back of the layers of cloth. There, at the center, under all the dirt and mess, was my beloved, my Rachel. Her arms were bruised all over and slashed repeatedly. Her clothes were ripped and torn, and even through all that sickening blood, it was obvious she had been stabbed to death. The knife I had carried all this way suddenly seemed like a poison. What had happened? Rachel! Who did this to you? I thought about all I had seen and wondered if any of it could help me figure out what had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly, exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. And so I did. I closed my eyes. And I'll probably see what happened. No, I'm not back at the beginning. What? It's not the end yet? Oh, okay. Well, we're almost there. So maybe if I'm actually at the end, I'll just put it back on part 2. We'll see. Let's go. Who killed Rachel? I think it was me. What's this? This was that old photo of that other man and his wife, I assumed. I found it in that house. There were a lot of disturbing things in those tunnels underneath that house. Maybe that man wasn't quite what he seemed. Well, what did I think? I was that man involved in this whole mess somehow. No, I don't know. Can I? I think not, no. Definitely. Those tunnels, the odd tools in his house. He wasn't innocent, that's for sure. But I said no. Oh, I'm here again. What am I supposed to do? The laptop had finally run out of power. Do I need to go all the way back? If that's the case, then I'm gonna be pissed. It was the key card I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's. But if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? No. Who else would it have been? Norman, what were you doing back there? I don't know. What's in here? So I need to find the one who did it? The reflection in that grimy glass was only a shadow, a whisper. I still love the old-time charm of that claw-footed bathtub, though it seemed like a cold comfort then. I want to blame me. Here, within the few broken pieces that remained of that mirror, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. I couldn't bear to look again. It was like I didn't actually expect a reflection. I felt empty and drained. So I didn't blame the guy where I... Come on, I want to blame you. What is that sound? Well, I don't care. What's this? My old office safe sat on the floor. I used to keep tech records and other important documents in it. It used a digital passcode lock. Did I try to open it? Yes. 4, 8, 5, Nope, that wasn't it. Damn, I couldn't remember. Balls. What's this? I leafed through the notebook I had taken from the forest. In it were the names that had been written down. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel. I recalled the names I saw scratched out in that old desk, deep within the musky tunnels. Was the man in that house really up to something? I wasn't the killer? Huh? Then is he in my house? No, I have to be the killer. There's no... It all works out. From now on, I'd have no one to get angry with me for stupid things like buying this TV. Hooray! Let's watch television! All night! Sitting on the couch, drinking beer. Oh, it's a flashlight. I couldn't see the frickin' difference. Well, then there's only one way to go. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. I am? Fine, I am. I guess I was ready to face the truth now. What? Huh? Couldn't go back into that room again. What? What's this? It was the knife I had found in the sewers. I left it here because I didn't want it near me anymore. Was all of this my fault? Was I responsible for Rachel's death? If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? Yes. I took the knife and kept it firmly in my hands. Now can I walk in? I needed to put an end to this situation, one way or another. Oh, come on, let me end it then. What? Why would I go to the You said you wanted to go to the basement. What is this? The mail still sat there, heaped on the floor. How long had Rachel been lying in the basement? That was it. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in that house a moment longer. Did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever? Yes. Since I had arrived in town, things has been difficult. Working in the plant, though, had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking. Disappeared for hours at a time. Drinking was probably just a way to deal with that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense sometime after that, and my memories of what happened are still in flux. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had weathered terrible truths, but I knew it was a final act of a long-standing horror I'd been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. It was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with all this. Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem that there were too many things I had seen to think otherwise. What? No, you killed him! I knew Norman wasn't completely innocent in all of this. He was obviously going back to the factory, rooting in those lockers. But had he brought that poor guard I had found to his end? It certainly seemed so, but I almost didn't want to believe it. I had to catch my breath, to take it all in. Up until the factory, things had only gotten worse, but then I had seen something even I wouldn't have expected when I went to Norman's store. That's when my perspective on all this really started to change. There were so many things I had to consider at his place, and I was so confused. Why the hell were Rachel's things there? Was she really at that store? But as painful as all of that was, oh God, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all I had done and seen, finally coming home was supposed to be the end of this entire ordeal. God help me true. It was only the beginning. What? As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beloved wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from the head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet. I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, but rather that I should run. And so I did. Wait, what's going on? Oh, it's done. So, I see. So you aren't allowed to know what actually happened if you didn't find all the stuff then. That's actually interesting. I'm saying he's the killer. Because, alright, now apparently he sleepwalks and he drinks a lot, so hello. Killer. Oh man, those are a lot of people. Oh yeah. That's nice. This guy used free music from his site and he put down every name that uploaded a music piece that he used. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I was going to say the same. Home is dedicated to my wife Nancy. Watch your back. Yeah, Nancy, because you know I have a friend called Norman, and if you dare to sit with that guy for one more minute, I'm gonna kill you all. Is what he says. So, guys, hope you enjoyed, hope you're interested. It's a very short game. It's only 1 hour, I think. Maybe even less, or maybe longer if you're not as dumb as me. But I hoped you enjoyed. Oh. And apparently the game is gone if you push a button. Sorry for that. I'll see you next time with whatever I'll do next. I don't know. Bye.